It's a beautiful day today. So I'm just taking a walk in this old trail. Up here is the little amphitheater where Seafood Dave used to do classes back when he first had some students when I started doing classes with him. Eventually everybody else quit except for Officer John, but he had a sporadic schedule, so he was on and off. And that's when we moved to Seafood Dave's garage, or to his house, where we'd use his garage in his backyard. But yeah, I have good memories of this place. I've done a few classes here with Seafood John. See, like, that's like the main spot, and then we'd use that hill a lot. We did classes up there with Seafood John sometimes. So that was nice. I was thinking about how cool it was when I lived in the jungle. I lived in the jungle about 4 years here on Maui, because my first 4 months I was in Makawa, and then I was trying to look for a place, and I found some really cheap, reasonable rent in the jungle. And basically I was living in like little makeshift things like tarps and old school foundations and whatnot. It was very open air, like you were living with the bugs. You'd get wet when it rained. Like, we had tarps, but they always leaked. So it was more natural, like how it would have been back in the day. You'd try to find a canopy of trees, like maybe that, or you'd find a cave or something and try to keep yourself as sheltered as you could, but it probably wouldn't be watertight most of the time. And so that's how it was. It kept like some of the rain off me, but I still would get wet. It'd be all muddy, there'd be bugs crawling around, you'd hear all the sounds. We like had solar, and sometimes we'd have issues and it wouldn't work. Other times it'd work and it'd be cool, because like Maui had a lot of power outages back then. So sometimes the island wouldn't have any electricity, but we would, because we're off the grid, and that was pretty cool. And we were on catchment, so when it rained a lot we were good to go, but sometimes it wouldn't rain enough and then we'd run out of water. So that's when my gym memberships came in really handy. So anyway, I was thinking about how I'd always walk around in the dark and stuff, and how, like a blind person, my sense of touch would get really, really good. So that's when I would like just walk around and kind of feel the path with my feet to know where I was at, because sometimes when the moon was big, it'd be really, really bright and you could see really good. You could see shadows. Sometimes it'd be so bright it's like you could almost dimly see color. But then other times it would like be really, really dark, like there wouldn't be any moon at all, and it'd be almost pitch black. I wouldn't be able to see. And so during those times I was basically just like feeling my way down the trails and stuff, and I liked that. It was good for my senses. It's good to just have awareness. It reminds me a lot of like when we do the chi sao and we just feel the energy of our opponent and focus all on our sense of touch and not on our sense of sight. I like it. It's good to have other senses developed and not just be so sight oriented, because it'd be cool. You'd be listening to all the sounds too, like hear where stuff is. I liked it. So I don't know, there was something about revisiting this trail. Something set me off and brought my memory to that time and place, and so I just thought I'd share it, because I don't think I had shared it on this channel yet.